After a huge Ethereum upgrade yesterday, we've seen some big pumps in Ethereum, but looking at the 15-minute chart, something very exciting is playing out for Ethereum. Make sure you stick around to the end of this video to find out my price targets for Ethereum. Hey guys, and welcome to House of Crypto. I make videos about Ethereum as well as Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So if you're new to the channel and you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of the latest happening in Ethereum. And also make sure you smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Without further ado then, let's jump into the first piece of Ethereum news for today. Now obviously we know a lot about this Ethereum upgrade. It's been talked about for a long time and we're aware of a number of problems and a number of things that it was going to fix, turning itself from an inflationary to now a deflationary asset, and it's currently burning around $400,000 worth of Ethereum every hour. Now what does that mean as a holder of Ethereum? Many people were expecting a huge burst up yesterday and we did see price increase, but what's more exciting is potentially what's going to happen over the longer term. If we think about how the supply and demand model works, obviously the more supply is available, the prices are going to be lower. As the number of Ethereum in circulation is beginning to drop, we're going to start to see prices over time creeping up. So it's a very exciting thing that's happening for Ethereum right now. Not to mention another number of things that the EIP 1559 has created. It's increased the base gas fee, which is obviously going to make some perhaps trades more expensive. However, we won't see the astronomical gas fee prices that we saw perhaps earlier on this year when the volume starts picking up as we see the market increasing, which is obviously a very good thing for Ethereum and was potentially something that was hampering it back earlier on this year as we climbed to $4,000 and beyond. As well as that, it's now moving to be much more environmentally friendly, which is obviously something that will then encourage more types of investors, more people to get involved in Ethereum, and is knocking down the barriers for people who will potentially be interested in entering it as well. So all very exciting, and a lot of things still to look forward to this year as well as in the future with Ethereum. Without further ado then, let's jump into the charts for today. Now before we jump over to the Ethereum US dollar chart and look at some price predictions for where I see Ethereum heading very shortly, we're going to look at the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, which has obviously been looking very exciting. We've seen Ethereum rallying much harder against Bitcoin, and we did have this huge break all the way up to around 7.3% before taking a bit of a rejection. And as we know, what we do tend to like to see is for a bit of a rejection to be then coming down, potentially retesting levels at around this breakout point, and it's currently found a support level around 6.6%. So things are looking quite promising. Bitcoin sort of sitting fairly static at around $40,000, and obviously we do need Bitcoin to be able to hold that sort of level and perhaps be able to push up to see sort of growth in Ethereum as well as other cryptocurrencies. But the altcoin market is having a bit of a field day in comparison to Bitcoin at the moment, so things are looking very exciting. Looking at the 4 hour on the Ethereum chart, you can see that we're still playing out for this pattern and we're still moving in a general upwards direction after a bit of a slow day in the markets. But as I've mentioned before, this area sort of around here between the 2,700 and 2,900 was likely going to provide us with quite substantial levels of resistance, but something very exciting is playing out on the 15-minute chart, so let's jump over to that now. Now I often don't recommend looking at sort of shorter time frames in terms of sort of day trading, etc., but something quite exciting is happening over on the Ethereum 15-minute chart. And today we've been falling down through the sort of falling descending channel pattern, and what you can see is we have actually had a breakout. We've come back and retested, and literally as I speak, currently sat around the $2,770 level. In my opinion, if this level holds, which it appears to be doing, we've had closes above it, then we are likely to take a push back towards this level, which will basically bring us up towards the 2,900, potentially if it's later on the $3,000 level, which is in line with that big W pattern price target. Now, when we get towards the $3,000 mark, it's going to be interesting to see whether it's going to take us a bit of time, whether we're going to see a bit of sideways play, but we can't afford to take too much in the way of sideways play. Ultimately, this is an ascending wedge, which is ultimately more of a bearish pattern, and we could potentially see, if we do take too much sideways action, it break back towards the downside. However, because of what I've noticed happening on this smaller time frame chart, things are looking like we are going to take another bounce back towards the upside. Once we hit this level, ultimately it's going to be very interesting to see whether we can break out, which does tend to be a bit rarer that we will break out to the upside of things. So I'll be very cautious, taking profits along the way and looking at around $3,000 to see how Ethereum is going to act. Obviously, potentially $3,000, nice round number, does tend to have a bit of an impact on the price. Often people might be looking to get out at that target price But on the flip side of it, it might raise a few eyebrows. People might start to notice Ethereum once more. And we are seeing much more in terms of people getting involved once more, like we saw back in the earlier part of this year. So Ethereum looking quite bullish in my opinion. Also Bitcoin showing some good potential that we could also be seeing a bit of a push to the upside in Bitcoin. So obviously guys, go away and do your own research. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just what I am seeing at the moment in the charts and how I'm going to be making my moves with things here. I've opened up a trade at this level here with a stop loss just at around the 2,750, which is back inside this pattern, and I will be looking to take a target of around 2,900, perhaps up towards $3,000, with closing majority of my position around 2,900 and taking profits on the way up. Guys, if you're new to the channel and you want to learn more about Ethereum and how to make money in Ethereum, make sure you smash that subscribe button as well as hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm to help me deliver this content to more people. Hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you again tomorrow with another video. Bye bye.